once again. A short while back, we discussed several things to consider in developing literature tests, item types and text types. This time, let us go into a consideration of the content of the literature test. Will the test assess literary knowledge or literary skills, or both? Of course, the decision must be based on the program goals and instructional objectives. Anyway, it would be worth discussing what a knowledge test is and what a skills test is. If you were to abide by Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives, knowledge involves recall of terminology, specific facts, conventions, trends and sequences, classification and categories, criteria, methodology, principles, theories, and generalizations. In literature, a knowledge test would include items that test knowledge or terminology. For example, terms for the different types of literature, the story elements, sounds and sense devices, figurative language, writing techniques, and the like. The test may also include facts of literary history, data on authors' lives, the existence, chronology, and content of various works, and generally agreed on facts on the significance of these works. In other words, a knowledge test assesses literary information. Let us look at some examples of knowledge tests. Note that in this test, the student is required to display his knowledge of the works and significant facts about several writers of consequence. Okay. Here are some items on devices of repetition and sound. Oh, the bells, bells, bells. What a tale their terror tells of despair. How they clang and clash and roar. What a horror they outpour on the bosom of the palpitating air. First, the rhyme scheme is A, ABC, ABC, B, AA, BB, CC, C, AAB, CCB, D, AAB, CCD. 2. The line which best illustrates onomatopoeia is A, line 2, B, line 4, C, line 5, and D, line 6. 3. Line 2 contains examples of A, alliteration or onomatopoeia, B, alliteration and assonance, C, assonance and onomatopoeia, D, parallelism and alliteration. 4. Lines 1 and 4 contain examples of A, rhyme, B, alliteration, C, refrain, D, rhyme scheme. You must have noted that in this test, the test taker is required to display his knowledge of terms such as onomatopoeia, alliteration, assonance, rhyme scheme, and others. The test taker makes classifications. Note further that the text is just an extract. It may be seen or an unseen text. Seen if the poem The Bells has been previously studied by the test takers, but unseen if this is the first time he comes in contact with it. Here's an item on identifying meter. Now, courting is pleasure and parting is grief, but a false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. 1. The meter of this line is blank. A, trochaic tetrameter. B, dactylic tetrameter. C, anapestic tetrameter. D, spondaic tetrameter. In this test, The test taker is required to display his knowledge of the kind of feet used and the number of feet in a line. This item can be converted into completion item by deleting the options. For example, now courting is pleasure and parting is grief, but a false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. The meter of this line is blank. I suppose I have presented enough examples of knowledge items. Let us now go to the literary skills test. Of course, before you can construct items that test literary skills, you must know what those skills are. Okay, let us look at some examples. Here are some skills pertaining to setting. Understanding what setting is. Understanding author's choice of setting. Perceiving how setting creates a mood. Understanding what details of setting are important to plot. Other literary skills will be in the TSMs we will be giving you. Here are some examples of items focused on setting. Let us look at the first open-ended question.